Oops.
Thank you. Good evening, everyone. I'm very happy to be here. I must say that being here tonight at Watkins is a dream come true because the first time I came to London, started a love affair with the city, and I had the vision that one day my work will take part here in London. So it's happening today, and thank you very much for Watkins for hosting me. I'm a channeler, and I channel the light being named Moses. In 2003, in a period of 3 months, I channeled the interpretation of the Ten Commandments. Many people perceive the Ten Commandments as a set of rules and practice for religious practice. But the text context take the commandments from the narrow aspect to a wider understanding and gives them the context of free choice and living our life with fulfillment and what we all want to be more happy and satisfied. In 2007, the book was published in Israel, in Hebrew, of course, and was translated to English. And that's the book that you saw earlier. The book has 3 parts. The first part, many people ask me how it all started. So the first part is my personal journey about how I became a channeler and my contact with Moses. My first childhood memories when I was 3 years old, and I was sharing it with my best friend and telling her I have a secret. And the secret was that there's a little man in my tummy that was speaking to me. And she said that you are a liar. And from that day to my early 20s, I didn't hear that little man because I was afraid being that liar she thought I was. In my early 20s, I joined a group that was learning astrology. And very fast, when I was looking at the maps, I started to speak about the person without the astrology knowledge to say what I saw in the map. And then I understood that the little man in my tummy came back to speak to me. Although I know I was in contact with that ability, I didn't go that way. I studied in the university. I did my MBA in economy and business management, and I was working at the stock exchange in Israel market, at the capital markets, a few years, and one day I just understood that I need a change, and it's not what I want to be when I grow up. It's not really my soul vision. So I quit my job, and it wasn't so fast doing it, but it happened, and I quit my job. And then I started consulting people and groups and channel for them. I had my private clinic, and I did it many years till one day I was meeting a friend of mine in a cafe. It was after the Jewish New Year, before Yom Kippur. There are very special days for me because I believe these 10 days are open. I always say that it's like gates of heaven are open for our requests and our wishes. And I was sitting with my friend, and I was complaining about being bored, and I don't understand really the meaning of everything. And then he was looking at me and said, "Did you write the book?" And it hit me. I came back home, I light a candle, and I connected with Moses, and that's how it started. Uh, I channeled the interpretation of the commandments, and it was a very exciting period in my life. Um, I must say that the Ten Commandments follow me for about 10 years, and I think that only now I can say that I think I understand them. um, this is very the intimate reading of the commandments as they were channeled to me hide a lot of information, and every time I read it I discover more essence from it. So um, this is the Ten Commandments, and the main part in the book are the teacher. Sorry. The teaching. The Ten Commandments were brought to the people of Israel in Mount Sinai when they went out of Egypt to do the transition from slavery to being a free nation. And that's the code for being free and living our lives with the freedom we have as a possibility in our lives. I believe that our basis freedom as human beings is choosing our life. And unfortunately, I meet a lot of people that don't know how to choose, or don't know what they want, or don't think they have the choice. Um, um, don't see the alternatives, don't see their lives as a possibilities. Um, more and more people I meet see their lives as boundaries and circumstances, and that's that happens when we insist staying in our comfort zone. Our comfort zone is the place that most of people like being there because we feel secure. It's a known environment for us. We don't take chances in our comfort zone, but we don't develop in our comfort zone. And one of the main purpose of us being here on this planet is to develop, and that's why we should tap out from our comfort zone. People tell me I choose being in my comfort zone. That's a choice also, but when it can do right for a while, but on the long run our soul won't cooperate with it, because she wants us to do things. And when the alarm clock rings in our lives, when our soul calls our attention, it's usually with pain and suffer. And that's why we hear many people say, I divorced and I made the big change in my life. I was sick and it was the turning point in my life. My business burned down, and then I choose my new way and everything happened. So that's the main reason I think I'm standing here this evening, and we're supposed to alert us to our vision, to our soul vision. Our vision always is out of our comfort zone. And I must say, when I quit my job in the capital markets, I think the most hard challenge was to recognize that choices I made in the past don't match who I am or who I want to be in the present. And a lot of time we give too much respect to choices we did in the past, and we're attached to them because we want to feel right about all the energy we brought into it. And sometimes the hardest thing is just to let go and say, this choice is not who I am today. It belongs to someone I've been a few years ago. And if we will see our lives as a crossroad, and that every moment we have the possibility to choose our path, to choose our way, and to see the change as a challenge, as an opportunity to grow and to develop. I must say, for me, standing here speaking in English, coming all the way from Tel Aviv, first time talking in front of people in English, is my second language, and I'm not using it in my daily day. It's definitely going out from my comfort zone. So, and it's a big challenge for me. My vision is to free people all around the world from this from the concept that life is bond, bonded from circumstances, and to take out from our language, I can't, and I don't have any choice, and it's the only way. There's no other way for me. I can't do it. It's impossible, because for our vision and to go after our hearts, that I believe that our heart is the soul vision. There's always a way. It's just to choose it, because we see that way when we're forced to see it. And when I'm talking about my vision, I'm talking about taking out those alarm clocks and living our lives with free choice. In each commandment, there are a set of tools for this free choice. The whole 10 commandments are a choice model, that going through the choice model for every one of us is teaching how to choose and how to live our lives with the freedom we should have and should fulfill in our lives. The third part are exercises and meditations that are for implanting all the tools that we got in the commandments. And about choices, I think, for example, thou shalt have no other God but me, is understanding that I am my own God, I am my own soul, and my choices are not the choices of others. A lot of people live their lives by choices of others, parents' choices, friends' choices, and they think that it's their own choices. But thou shalt have no other God but me is to understand that being free is living my choice, not my father's, not my mother's, not my best friend, not pleasing my surrounding, and being my own spirit to my path. Any questions?
So you're saying you're not having any other God but me. does that mean that we should not believe in any God, but the God is ourselves, or each one of us is our own God? Is
God
that the
exists in
implication of-
each one of us, and it's the sound of our soul. And when we were taught not to have any other God but me, is to respect our soul, the path of our soul, and to be our own God. Uh, God is everywhere in each one of us. It's the essence of our soul.
How about thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain? How does that help us choose our freedom?
That is taking us to the comfort zone, because when we stay for long in our comfort zone, we don't develop, and that's when we take the name of God, our soul, and not to a development and not to a real challenge, and it's like doing nothing. So that's about that commandment. And shall not still talks about the difference between receiving and taking. It's a big difference within ourselves when we feel secure enough and with self-esteem to receive and not to take. Any taking we do in our lives because we were embarrassed, we don't think we have the privilege to be a part of it, so we take it. It's like stealing, and then it talks about be in your self-esteem and love yourself in a way that you can receive. It's more challenging to receive because people can say no. You have to take the chance of reduction.